Happy Friday, everybody. What's going on in the city? Talk to the Queen. I'm just checking in for a little bit just to say hello. How are you? It's the Queen. Shut your mouth. Hope you all are well. I don't have a specific topic or anything really to chat about. I just wanted to say hello. I was already dolled up for the evening with Athena Music and her guests. And so I decided to talk to you all, chat it up with you all for just a little while. And then I'm going to relax a little bit and do me. Shut your mouth, Queen. It's Friday. Y'all need to check that song out by Sir Charles. I would play it, but I don't want no copyright strike because he got to eat too. So he will want his coins if I play his song. But baby, Queen, look, I want to get out tonight. Go somewhere. Shut your mouth. I want to get out because it's Friday. Hey, I need to hit the streets. Shake my shimmy. Shut your mouth. Hello, Sky. Thanks for coming over to Athena's channel. Thank you, sweetheart. What's going on, Sky? What's new in the city? Talk to the Queen. What's going on? Skylar Boo, how are you, darling? What's going on in these YouTube streets? I don't know. I don't care. Well, happy birthday, girl. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Skylar. And many more. Ain't God good? Because he woke you up this morning. Shut your mouth. He woke you up. Because YouTube didn't wake you up. What you talking about? Say God is good and all the time good. Amen. Queen feeling mighty fine. I was feeling a little sluggish earlier. I think being out yesterday in that heat, it just drains me. Being out in that sun. And then I think with the air, this air conditioning is not up to par, and it just being in one room, the air blowing, it messes with my sinuses and my throat. I just was feeling funky when I got up this morning. But I'm better. I'm feeling mighty fine. Cheers. I didn't want anything. I just wanted to say hello, see what's going on in the city. See what these heathens are talking about, because I know they ain't talking about a damn thing, because they never are. I thank the Lord. I ain't got these folks' problems. Let me say this during this live stream. I'm so very grateful. Woo! I ain't got your problems. Yeah, we can chop it up about something else, honey. We ain't got to talk about that because they ain't talking about nothing. They talk about he said and she said. I can get that in the street. That's what the YouTube clowns don't understand. Queen get that in the street. She ain't got to go. Look, Queen go outside that door. And she can get all the he said and she said and Pookie Bubba said. I'm tired of hearing about these folks. All this nonsense. Every day it's the same damn thing. I don't even want to be in the category with you. I don't want nobody putting me in the category with you. And let me make that clear. Do not put me in the category of true crime, anything. I'm out. No, thank you. We can talk about the president. We can talk about why your husband cheating on you with that little girl. We can talk about reality TV. I ain't got time for that. Because it's heathenism. Got time for that. Thank you, Luminous. Hello, everybody. Say, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Skylar. Shut your mouth. It's a birthday girl. All right. God is good. 25. Woo. Lord, do I remember 25? Let me think. What was I doing at 25? Damn, what was I doing at 25? 1996. Transition. I was transitioning. 1996. Same year, Tupac was shot and killed September 96. Shut your mouth. I was 25. He was 25. Respectively. What's going on, everybody? Talk to the queen. Tell me what's going on. What's going on? I'm feeling good. Shoot. I need to be somewhere. Shoot, I'm too bubbly for all this nonsense. I need to hit the streets, baby. I need to see what's going on in the city. Shut your mouth. Lord, I need to see what's going on. See what somebody talking about, honey. Look, maybe I can put my bid in somewhere. Look, wink an eye too. Shut your mouth. Woo, 25 was 40 years ago for me. Wow. Damn, Scott. Scott 65. Well, God is good. 16 and 96. Good God Almighty. And that make you how old, good? Look, how old that make you good? Shit, wait a minute. It's 24. 28 years. Oh, yeah. You almost approaching 45. Okay. What's up, everybody? Talk to the queen. Tell me what's going on. I see ain't nothing changing in this YouTube queue. Damn, I said that take a break. just take a damn break. Lady X said 43, I think. Shit. Oh, you fully grown. At 43, you most definitely grown. Hell yeah, you are grown. Yes, ma'am. What's up, everybody? Talk to the queen. Tell me what's going on. I got some other stuff I could chit chat with because I ain't talking about that other nonsense. That shit gives me a headache. Got time for all that nonsense because them folks ain't talking about nothing. I made me a list because I have some shorts I need to do because you know the queen try to keep up with breaking news and entertainment because there's more things going on in the world than all that stuff that the other folks on. I got to read this to you all. Hold on, let me pull this up because this is some crazy stuff I found the other day. Hold on, I'm going this out. I was trying to go to bed or lay down anyway, eat me some late dinner. This is why pounds pal on eating late. Don't need this type of nonsense. Yes, Lord Carolina, how you doing? It sure is. Love after lockup. I haven't watched it, Lady X, so I can't talk about it because I haven't watched it. I ain't watched none of these. We won't talk about that punk. Let me type it in. I can't believe Reddit let me in. Because I got to read this to you all. This story is crazy. Don't know if it's true or not, but we could talk about it anyway. Oh, I don't know. I thought I read it on Reddit. Oh, it's got everything but what I'm looking for. My daughter is having an affair with the married neighbor. I told her she needs to move out of my house. Ah, damn. Get out of here. Woo, Jesus, I can't. Boy, these Reddit posts, they go on and on. I can't find it. It's got 1,000 stories. I'm gonna have to go to work to my other little database because I don't see it on Reddit. Reddit, it's got too many damn storylines. Hold on. Oh Lord, I get so sick of looking at apps. I don't know what to do. Hey baby, hey Sonya, how you doing? It's just like every day it's an app. I get tired of my phone ringing and this and that. I get sick of this nonsense. I hope I posted it because if not, I'll be able to find it. Here it is. All right, here we go. Happy Friday, sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you. Lipstick. Yeah, I try to match. Look, I try to color coordinate. Thank you, sweetheart. All right, let's talk about this for a second. Oh, Lord, jumped off. I don't know what's the problem. Popcrush.com is the source. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. That's not coming up. Now, what is the problem? Come on now. I don't know. Wi-Fi's been acting really strange today. Just all over the place. A man got fed up when his wife allowed her loser adult daughter to move back in with them, so he packed up and left. He explained that his stepdaughter lived with them once before when she was in her 20s, but it was a nightmare. She has no friends because most people can't stand to be around her due to her own stupidity, ignorance, and laziness. She constantly gets herself into legal and financial troubles. Just one example, out of sheer laziness, she let her driver license, insurance, and registration all lapsed, then acted as a Karen, which got her thrown in jail when she was found to be drunk at a DUI checkpoint. The frustrated man wrote on Reddit. Overstayed her welcome 2 years, abused our generosity, never paid a cent in room and board, and treated her mother like a slave maid. When she finally moved out of our home, I told my wife that I would never live with her daughter again, he continued. The man noted that his now 34-year-old stepdaughter finds herself again in financial trouble. And without asking or discussing it with me, my wife informed me that her daughter is moving back in with us. So the man immediately packed up all his belongings and left. Users rallied behind the man in the comment sections, with many suggesting he protect his assets. Separate out your finances and take your money with you, one person wrote. That's your home too. Remind her that no means no. But realize this is a divorce. Plan accordingly. Wife won't change. The daughter won't change. You can change addresses in your marital status. Someone else commented. Okay, that's that. So Pop Crush is the source. So let's talk about it. A woman wants to move her daughter back into the house, but the daughter does not hold her weight, does not carry her weight at 30-something years of age, and the husband has moved out. So we have to ask ourselves, did he take his money? Did he work? What's his status? Weigh in. No friends. Well, does she have mental problems? Let's go there. Does the girl, female, excuse me, because I like calling women girls, no disrespect. Does she have mental problems? Some type of disorder, bipolar, schizophrenia. Ever been diagnosed with something? We'll weigh it all out. Does she have children? Has she ever been married? Where was she currently staying when he wrote this post, if it's true? And it really don't matter if it's true or not, because we can just role play, because everybody's been in this type of situation. A son, a daughter, a nephew, grandchild needed to come stay with them. Or, another person didn't want them there. Then someone could flip the coin and say, well, he's not being nice. The girl may have some issues, some problems. She really needs help. But you have to also flip the coin back. You keep doing this, the person will never grow up. They'll never hold their own. They'll never hold their weight. They'll never keep a job, apartment, home, car, so long as somebody's always there to pick them up. And some people just can't get it together. They cannot keep their footing. They can't keep a job. Maybe it's some type of PTSD, or they get paranoid going into a job, and maybe they feel like people are out to get them. So if you have any form of PTSD or obsessive compulsive disorder, you probably will have a problem keeping a job at some point. Think about it. You take things personal. You think people are out to get you. You're going to the job. You're looking at everybody. They're looking at you. Next thing you know, somebody's got something to say, and you're looking like, hell, I haven't said 2 words to you. What's the problem? And that makes you feel like, I don't want to be here. So it's kind of like the runaway bridegroom syndrome. What's going on with this chick? Where's this husband? Did he get another place, house? What is his worth? Weigh in. Lady X, please. You're 40-something years old. What are you talking about? You're the daughter. Girl, hit this damn. Let Queen drop the link. I want to hear somebody's opinion. I don't want to see y'all chatting in the chat. I want to hear somebody say it to Queen. I'm that daughter. Where are you now, Lady X? Are you living with your parents right now? Feel guilty for, and that's the reason she keeps letting her come home. Maybe. 24-year-old like this who planned a baby with her boyfriend now. Baby moving in with mom and her husband. Mind you, she don't take care of the baby, entitled lazy. Well, they'll be taking care of the child. Hello, Bandit. How are you? We're just freestyling tonight, Bandit. There's no specific topic. I just read a Reddit post. There is no specific topic at all. ASD, what you talking about? If my parents let me, I would. Damn. You want to live with your parents? How old are you, baby? Lady X says PTSD like an MF. Well, okay. As of May. You want to hit the link, ASD? Can you come up here and talk to the Queen? People would like to hear your opinion. Anyone is welcome. Make this live count, because I didn't have any plans to come on. This is that unplanned live. I just got through, chilling with Athena and friends, and I think maybe there was an issue with someone's live stream. So I was already dolled up for a little bit. So I said, I'll decide to come on for just a second and talk to everybody. Sonia says, I'm 70 years old and have 4 boys and 1 daughter in this order. Well, Sonia, are any of your children living with you? Do you have a 50-year-old in your house? I'm just saying. Hell, I will. Earbud. Say what, obsessive? Anybody want to come up and talk to the Queen? Anybody living with their mama and daddy right now? Do you want to hit the link so we can hear your story? It's Friday. Hey, Queen ready to hit the street, baby. And I ain't going nowhere. Because I do not want to be around some riffraff tonight. And no night. Be just like being up here on YouTube. No, thank you. Shit, talking about adopted. Girl, if you don't stop. Best friend, daughter, son stay with me. Date, which was simple and helped her get started, financially get started, went wrong. She had to go. Alan, you want to come up here and tell your story? Anybody want to come up to talk to the queen? Y'all stop all that chatting down there. Hit the live stream. Make it count. Make the live count. Make the live count. Girl, bye. You making noodles. You can't talk while making noodles. You don't have to show yourself. I don't got to look at you stand over the stove. The hell? Making damn noodles this time of night. Shut your mouth. Well, a lot of people weren't afforded the opportunity to stay with their parents. Can't stay with your parents. Everybody couldn't live with their parents. Some people didn't have fit parents to stay with. Barely made it through high school. I'm making noodles right now. Lord, don't get me started saying on a Friday. Damn. I'm making noodles right now. It's fucking late night. You sitting there talking about some damn noodles. Stop this nonsense. Cut it out. What them noodles got to do with anything? Nothing. This queen. You ought to want to come talk to the queen. Shut your mouth. Talking all that nonsense down there in the chat. I'm making noodles right now. Damn. Thank you, Wolf. I mean, you're making noodles. I ain't got to look at you make the noodles. What the hell's going on? Damn. I feel like that damn Macaulay Culkin Home Alone. What the hell? Links in the chat. You got a story to tell, to spin about this young woman going back to the mother's house and stepfather's house to live. Weigh in. Should they take her back? Why take her back? What about your husband? He's now poof, voila, gone. When do you say enough's enough? I've done my part. I've tried helping you. It's time for me to live. Have some peace of mind. I love you, but you can't stay here. You're grown. Get your own place. Keep your own place. And we know that there things can happen. Flood, natural disaster, person gets sick. They get evicted for whatever reason. Don't pay their rent. Cause problems where they live, whatever. But you also have to ask yourself, if it's not nothing that wasn't to your doing, should a person let you come stay in their house? You know, somebody buy a property, you got to go because they don't want to renew the lease. That's different. But you get evicted because you were disorderly, you weren't paying your rent, drug trafficking, stuff like that. You got a arrest record, the landlord find out, I want you out of here. Should your parents take you back in? Hit the link. Right. Luminous, you messy. Talking about what the noodles got to do with it. Right. What the hell? The stove boiling the noodles. You good God about it. The stove is cooking the noodles. Oh, Jesus. I can't. Jesus. That man isn't wrong. Remember, he's already had a horrible experience with the daughter. Yes. So he says yes. He's already said yes. Been down this road with her before. 2 years she stayed in the house and didn't do anything. So then you got to ask yourself that. Okay. After she stayed her 2 years, where did she go? Did she move in with a man, a woman, another relative? Don't know. Well, thank you, Luminous. Good point. He's already been down this road before. Exactly. What, Lady X? Don't be on my G-O-D. You know the game up here, girl. You can hit that link and talk. Them noodles ain't stopping you from talking. Now stop that nonsense. The best way to help people like that is to not help them. Yes, Cheryl. She have to learn to make a way at some point. Because 34 was once 32. See where I'm going? 31. So now you look up, she comes back to the house. It might be 4 years she's still staying there with mommy dearest. And mommy ain't got no husband. So mommy gonna be feeling kind of lonely without her man because she substituted her husband for her damn daughter that don't want to do nothing. I don't see how anybody don't want their own place. There is nothing like your own space. I don't care where it is. If it's a shed, a garage, turned into an apartment, a studio, it's yours. So long as your name is on the damn lease. And I'm not talking about your family's garage, your family's outhouse, or you know what I'm saying, property. I'm talking about you have your own place where your name is on the lease. Your name is on the deed. There is no mom and daddy on nothing. That's what I'm talking about. Wanda says, if you have elderly parents, you could live there to help out. But if not, stand on your feet. This is what happens when you don't make kids accountable, when little spoiled brats rarely grow up, in my opinion. I agree with that. Is she paying bills? Wanda, no. She can't be paying bills. She's just moving in. I saved up every penny and bought my first house at 22 with no man. Okay. Mom could be scared of her daughter. Maybe mom spoils her. Well, if you living over here, you have moved out of my house. Whatever fear I had of you, it's gone. You out of my house. So you over there now. So best you make it work over there. What do you need to come back over here for? Husband or no husband? It's just principle. Why do you need to come back? So you got to ask all those questions. What happened now for her to come back? How long was she gone from the first time? What got her at the house with the parents the first time? He said legal troubles, insurance, driver license, DUI, drunk, acting like a Karen. So she's probably self-entitled. And she probably learned those ways from her mother, father, whoever raised her. So she's never grown up. More than likely, she's never grown up. She's just a child in a grown woman's body. That's a personal problem. The mother needs to just let it go. Go get your apartment. Tell them you're homeless. They'll help you find something. I don't know what city this is, but the point is, there comes a time when children, they have to grow up. Cannot live off your parents. Cannot live off of others. You're going to have to make a way. She should get a dog. Girl, I'm dead. Kim says, thank you. I'm blessed. Worked hard. Mountain Mama says, I like my own space. I have been divorced for a long time and have dated the same man for 12 years. He has his house. I have mine. So when he gets on my nerves, I send him home. Well, Mountain Mama, you've been dating 12 years. That's a long time. Why you don't want to marry him? Ah, thank you, Linda. Why you don't want to marry him? Well, what's the problem? Things are too expensive to let somebody live free no matter who you are. Wanda, very true. Groceries are high. I paid $10 the other day for some Dial soap. 12 bars of soap at the Dollar General store. $9.50 plus tax. I had to stand there and look at that soap. Like, do I need this? Because I had just bought, bath wash at Walmart, the Equate brand. Remember I told you all I was kind of itchy, so I didn't know if maybe that had kind of made me itchy or broke me out. I also had some other bath wash, and I also got some other little few bars of soap in my, decanter. But I wanted to get white Dow because it works with me and it's better. It's better for your skin, Dow. But $9.50 for 12 bars? I mean, come on. Damn. So you just imagine a bunch of people living in your house and they don't pay any bills, especially if you have children. Children, they can't work because they're children. So you're using up dishwashing liquid, garbage bags, detergent, the dishwasher to put in the what you call it? Dishwasher, if you have a dishwasher. Soap, toilet paper, shampoo, conditioner. Damn. Now you got somebody grown that can go out here and work. They don't want to work for whatever reason. She need to go get her own place. They have low income housing. Take advantage of it. Shit, do something. That costs $60 with no meat included. No, that's what I'm saying. You don't ever buy at the grocery store, girl. You don't ever buy personal items at the grocery store. That's the highest place to buy items, such as toilet paper, paper towels, dishwasher liquid. Unless it's on sale, I don't buy nothing from the grocery store except for food. I do not do toilet paper, none of that. Hell no. I go to Walmart. I don't really like buying nothing personal from Walmart. They don't even sell the 97-cent air freshener anymore at Walmart. I've been to 2 different Walmarts in 2 different cities, and there is no 97-cent air freshener. Them low-down bastards don't even want to give you air fresheners for $1 anymore. Venture. Girl, what you know about Venture? That's Chicago, girl. Hey, Joan. I remember Venture growing up in Chicago. Woo, Lord, you about to make my eyes water. Lord have mercy. Dollar store shopper. I was shop at Dollar Tree, Dollar General. I get certain things at the Dollar Tree. I get certain things from the Dollar General. Dollar General has that dollar aisle. I capitalize on it. I have spent quite a bit of money in the past 2 weeks fooling with the damn Dollar General. Yes, I have. Just blew some money. Yesterday. Stay in that damn Dollar General. $350, $375 a week for 4 people. Whew, Lord have mercy in Canada. Damn. $1 owl. Yes, Cheryl. The $1 owl. And I sure be in there too. So I don't really have anything extra to buy. I say that every time I go out. I say, well, make a list. And then next thing I know, hell, 2 weeks have flown by. I find something else I need or something I want to, stock up on. So right now, there's not anything I'm hurting for. Because, you got to watch your little coins. But I'm like, damn, this is, just imagine if I bought the stuff I bought the past month from Walmart or Target only. I'd be my bill would have been way higher than 200 and the 67. Oh, no. No. Probably 3 plus. 300, 350 probably. Or more. I won't marry him because he gets on my nerves, and I marry him, he will want us to live together, and then I can't send him home. We get along great this way. I still have my own space that's mine. Okay. I get sale papers for 3 different grocery stores, and I compare prices. Oh, God, Wanda, she compares prices. Okay. Horse shampoo is always on clearance at the end of the outlet Targets here in Chicago. Target is so expensive. Go there for certain things. Okay. Yeah. That's how I feel with Walmart. I buy certain things at Walmart. I buy certain things. And it's usually hair products, the perm, oil sheen. I'll get that from them. If not, they don't have it. I'll get it from the Dollar General. But right now, I'm not hurting for none of that stuff. I don't need nothing. What I need is some big stuff. Some big girl stuff. Yeah, I need some new lamps, things like that. I don't need any toiletries. I done stocked up. I got enough toiletries. I don't need no more toiletries. Don't need no more of that. Put them to work as soon as you can. Everlasting. Buy hair from Cosmo Proof if you know a hairdresser. Jen, what are you talking about? They all have different sales and their rewards. Yeah. I know. I was trying to get them damn potato chips. You know, them 18 count potato chips in a box. I got the Dollar General. Hell, the damn app wouldn't work right in the store. I don't know if it's because of the connection. So I set the boxes on the floor and I told her, I said, well, I have to come back through the line because I'm not trying to hold up the line for some damn potato chips. Finally, she just looked at me after saying, well, I would help you if I could, but I do need to learn. So finally, I guess she felt like, shit, let me go on and ring them up for them $8 a box. Thank you. I was tired too. So I was tired today, sluggish, fooling around with some damn, a bunch of junk. Oh, beauty supply. Okay. Ooh, and Sally's Day High. Shut up. My Gabby wants a mini bike. I told him, you better get to work then. Oh, Island. Well, he want a bike. Oh, grandbaby. I'm sorry. Grandbaby want a mini bike. So who's gonna keep the mini bike? You got a house? You must have a house. Or the mama got a house. You can't put a mini bike in an apartment. Ollie for lamps, towels, sheets, rugs, coffee pods, shampoo, curtains, cheap. Sure. Look, Cheryl done named everything. Your sheets, your towels, your coffee pods. Take them made a damn itemized list. So funny. My aunt is a hairdresser, so she takes me to Cosmo. Professional, everything is less than half price. Okay, I understand. Yeah. I don't know if we got a Cosmo. I don't think so. Well, nobody wanted to join the queen. Y'all didn't want to talk to the queen. Tell her what y'all thought up here. Oh, well. Guess I'll look at my next list because it's long. This notebook full of nonsense. I just flip it through the paper. Hell far. Well. Jump in the club. I think it's this one. I'm gonna put the lipstick on. Oh, he got $50. Well, that's good. Where you get the $50 from? Thank you, Flora. Where do you get the $50 from? Hold on. I forgot what I was looking for. Oh, do chores. How long did it take him to get the $50? How long did it take him? I can't think of this lady's name. Hold on. That is her name. Why is it not coming up? I can't find what I'm looking for now. Oh, pay like his mama. Okay. I don't know this lady's. Here we go. Had her name written down wrong, I guess. I don't know. ABC News is the source.
Her husband. It was a notorious murder plot that, yes, inspired a Hollywood movie. For the first time, she's taking responsibility. Juju is here with that story for us. Good morning, Juju.
Good morning to you, Robin. You know, I have interviewed Pam Smart before behind bars, and after spending far more than half her life in prison, she says she blamed everyone else but herself and has become comfortable with her warped logic because she hadn't pulled the trigger. But now she says she fully realizes that she is the one to blame for her husband's murder.
My name is Pamela Smart.
This morning, an emotional public plea for clemency.
I began, to dig deeper into my own responsibility. For me, that was really hard because going into those places, in those spaces is where I found myself responsible for something I desperately didn't want to be responsible for. My husband's murder.
Pamela Smart was 22 years old when she was convicted of conspiring to have her teenage lover and his friends kill her husband, Greg.
Was killing your husband one of those mistakes?
No, it wasn't.
The sensational murder trial was the first to be televised, even inspiring the film To Die For, starring Nicole Kidman.
Did you get the pen?
Yeah.
Smart was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. For more than 30 years, she has maintained her innocence.
Some people say that the fact that you're still incarcerated has to do with not, quote unquote, admitting to your guilt.
If people want me to admit to parts of things that I did not do, that's not going to happen.
Until now.
Things I can see, so many errors that I made.
Smart admits on camera for the first time that she is responsible for her husband's death, but stops short of confessing to orchestrating the shooting.
I had to acknowledge for the first time in my own, mind, in my own heart, how responsible I was, because I had deflected blame all the time. I think almost as if it was a coping mechanism, because the truth of being so responsible was very difficult for me.
This video, part of a new petition to have her life sentence commuted. The state of New Hampshire, where Smart was convicted, has rejected 3 previous applications without a hearing. The 4 men convicted for their roles in the killing, including Billy Flynn, who pulled the trigger, have long since been released from prison. Greg Smart's uncle, Jim Smart, says she still hasn't paid the price for what she did.
Until she admits that she planned it, that she's guilty of it, she should stay in jail if she doesn't say that.
Now, Pamela told us that she won't confess to things that she didn't do just to get out of prison. During her 34 years in prison, she's earned 3 master's degrees, a PhD in divinity. She's an ordained minister and has tutored countless inmates. And dozens of high-profile supporters have written letters for her freedom. And she is pleading to meet with clemency officials after accepting blame in this way.
And you've talked to her several times over the years.
Multiple times over the years, and have sat with her and talked to her about all these issues.
All right. You can see more.
ABC News is the source. Pamela Smart accepts responsibility for the death of her husband, where she was having an affair with one of these boys. He and another friend killed her husband. But she doesn't say verbatim, yes, I killed him. I orchestrated the crime. I told this young man to kill my husband. She doesn't say that. She just say I take responsibility for not doing my part. So some people still going to say, well, that's not owning it. We believe you orchestrated. So we want you to say you orchestrated the murder of that guy. She's not saying that. So 3 times her name has come up before the parole board, clemency. They have said, without not even a hearing. That's deep. They said in her message, she probably could have been out of penitentiary by now. Had she just said, once she got her guilty sentence, next time parole came around, she should have just said, yes, I asked the boy to unalive my husband. But she's probably afraid to say that, thinking, well, if I go ahead and admit that, I can't take it back. And they may say, deny me. Go back up before the parole board, they may deny me. So what's that her mindset? Don't say anything because they may deny me and continue to give me life. Don't know. Someone says, yes, we know she's guilty. That is why she's in jail for life. Her confessing doesn't mean anything. One person says, she's still not admitting that she participated in the planning. This means nothing. Somebody replies to Vekadan. She only saying these things because there's a possibility of her getting out. That is her only motivation. Next person. To get paroled, a convict has to admit to being guilty of the crime. Somebody else replies, oh, all makes perfect sense now. I was wondering what brought her up to suddenly partially own up after all these years. There's always an ulterior motive. That would be hers. But yeah, as the other commenter said, means nothing. She's given the absolute bare minimum as to get good on parole preconditions. I wouldn't expect anything else from her, though. Next person. It does mean something. She has made mental progress. Has she made mental progress? I don't know. 34 years too late. No pity for her by Nighthawk. Next person. She still has not admitted to sending those boys to her house to murder her husband. She planned out the murder and still won't admit to that either. Until then, her taking responsibility for her husband's murder means nothing. Weigh in. It didn't make me feel good to keep hearing about all those lives lost in heinous ways. I hope you are safe as well. Okay. Does she have remorse? She has degrees now in divinity. People are going to look at her possibly and say, I don't want you talking to me about God, G-O-D. But man is flawed. Woman is flawed. God forgave a murderer. Jesus forgave a murderer on the cross. So if Jesus can forgive a murderer on the cross, then he expects us to do the same. To forgive. If you believe in God. But it's hard because we're not Jesus. He was a man without sin. He didn't sin. He didn't fornicate. We are sinful. We are of the flesh. We do fornicate. We are flawed. So we can judge. Even in our worst moments, we still judge other people. It's just the way it is. And most of us believe, murder, sadism is more deemed a worse crime than petty thievery. But some people view all sins the same. A sin's a sin. Blasphemous, gluttony, murder, coveting, your neighbor's wife, husband, sin's a sin. And in the eyes of God, I would assume sin is a sin. So should she be released? I will do a short on that. Pamela Smart. Does she have remorse? Has she redeemed herself? But I always say redemption comes when you're free. I don't see how you can redeem yourself inside. Yeah, you can invite Christ into your life, but the true test is when you walk outside. The true test is outside, not inside. Because inside, it's not the same as being outside. It's not saying that things that go on in there that don't go on outside, such as sex, drug use. We know all that. But it's not the same as being out here walking around, getting into stuff, being tested. It's totally different. Sweet Tea says, yes, it's all the same. Only God knows her heart. Our judicial system is not as forgiving as the Lord. Exactly. And that's what's happening. God doesn't play a part in her being incarcerated. Only God knows her heart, but I don't know if she can handle the world. Well, that's true. Because think about the person who comes across her, finds out she's unalived her husband. Will they stop talking to her, dealing with her, judge her, fire her? So you got to think about all those things. You're going to come out to what? Does she still have parents alive, sisters, brothers? You got to be able to walk around. Very true. Work. Have a life. Naturally, she's not going to have any children. She's 56 years of age. Probably can't have children. So think about that. A life inside a penitentiary. No dating, no kids, no nothing. Just sitting in a jail cell, hearing story after story after story play out on the news. Besides your own story. Being around all these damn inmates with their damn whack stories. It's nothing. It's just a lump of flesh in a box. Anyone can be forgiven for anything. And yes, exactly. You need to have remorse for what you've done, but you can't pray to God and ask for forgiveness all because you're scared to suffer forever. Well, people do it all the time. A lot of people aren't genuine when they ask for forgiveness. Because as you all say, God knows your heart. So he knows if you're not genuine. And he knows it's also going to be a process. If you are a sinner, indeed you have vices such as drugs, alcohol use, fraud, whatever. He knows if you're going to try to make an effort or not. He knows all of that. It's the other people that don't know if you're genuine, if you've changed. How would y'all do if she moved in next door? As long as she stay in her lane, she good. Queen ain't got to deal with her. She moved next door. We ain't getting ready to be swapping no recipes. Hell no. Not nobody planning to kill nobody. Hell no. Because my thing is, you kill once, you can kill twice. No. That means you don't have any coping skills. You would think to kill somebody at 22 years of age. 22 is young. So for you to think that in your head, I'm going to murder my husband at 22. Well, why you marry him? You're too young to be married anyway. I don't believe in young people getting married. Because you don't have the aptitude to deal with things that come along with being responsible for another human being. When you're married, you are one, not two. And a lot of people are not ready for that. Just like having kids. It's about the child, not you. It's all the same. And you're not going to know if you're ready for that responsibility until you get in that situation. Ruin other people's lives by manipulating. Well, that's what she did. Not going to bitch about her garbage cans in the alley. What? Her garbage cans in the alley. Girl, what are you talking about? I'm not going to lie. When my beau says or does something ridiculous, I always say, joking, I'm going to go Betty Broderick on you. He has no idea who I'm talking about. I can say her till I forgot. And I've just saw that the other day when I was talking about Dirty John to you all. They also have the Dirty John with Betty Broderick from USA. Please check out that Betty Broderick documentary episodes from USA. It's a couple years old. It's worth the watch. I'm going to do a story about Betty Broderick. We'll talk about Betty Broderick next week. I'm trying to stay away from true crime, but that'd be a story worth talking about. Was she justified in shooting her ex-husband and his wife? Because my thing is, he's moved on, he's married her. Why are you still pining over your ex-husband? And many people have said that about Betty Broderick. She'd be free now if she owned what she did to her husband and his wife but she won't take any responsibility because she meant to kill him and her. That's why she yanked the phone out the wall. She enjoyed that. I got him now. I got my payback. That's why she won't admit to her wrongdoing. And I can't see somebody wasting away in penitentiary. Why not lie? People lie all the time. So why not lie and say, I am sorry. I unalived my ex-husband. I was whatever. I lost my mind. I felt duped. I felt used by him. I carried him through school, college. He changed different schools. He went from wanting to be a doctor to a lawyer. I did all that, and I felt like he betrayed me. He cheated on me. Just tell the truth and lie about having remorse. Why not? People do it all the time. She couldn't move on. That's why she snapped. She couldn't let go of the fact that he chose somebody else. She felt like I carried this man. I am the reason he is who he became. And one can say yes. He's a grown-ass man being carried by a woman who was teaching school in upstate New York. And then he's going to school to become a lawyer. And then out of the blue, he changes his mind. Now he's talking about, he was a doctor, he's going to med school. He changed his mind. But the point is, Betty was the one working, carrying him. She was steady having children. That was her mistake right there. I wouldn't have kept having kids. I don't advise. This is why I keep saying about having children young. She should not have had children young. While she was teaching, he was going to med school. You don't have children. Why do you want children and there's only one of you working? That makes no sense. Then you all this money back to the school. You go to Ivy League schools. They cost more. You have to use your head. And she would have seen, okay, I'm not happy. I love him, but I'm carrying the weight. Working. He's not doing anything but going to school. Two people living off of a teacher's salary. And then here comes a baby. Here comes another baby. Then he finally goes to, law school, passes the bar. Then they move to California. He starts making good money. He's up and coming. He's now a very wealthy professional. And now he doesn't need Betty. So yeah, I can see how she snapped. Oh, that I can see. She felt used. I carried you when you had nothing. I carried you when you had nothing. I also had babies with you. Then you start talking about me because I put on weight. That was, in one of the movies made on TV, CBS, whatever. He was unattracted to Betty. Well, she's going to gain weight because she keeps having children. That's what comes with having children. Weight. Cellulite. He didn't need her. And I'm not saying Betty was perfect because, Betty was a bit boisterous, opinionated. And I think she wasn't happy because she felt duped. So whatever he tried to do for her, buying her gifts allegedly, she wasn't content because she probably felt like he doesn't give a fuck about me. He don't care about his kids. I've built this Build-A-Bear, so to speak. Now the Build-A-Bear is on easy street. He don't need me now. I believe that's how she felt. That's why she doesn't show any remorse. She's content with knowing she killed him and his wife. Oh, that's okay. You can Google it, Luna. Or you can watch it on one of these streaming devices. Betty Broderick. It's Dirty John. Dirty John, Betty Broderick story. Yeah, she felt used and thrown out. I can see how she felt. Oh, thank you, Queen. One and only Queen. Shut your mouth. Look, in stone. Okay. And look, tell them other heifers. Get you one. All right, what's our next story? We've gone from the man that says he's moved out of his house because the daughter's come back to live, stepdaughter, Pamela Smart. She's half-assed, acting like, she cares. Let's see what else we can find before I check out of here. 1 hour into this live stream. Acrimony by Tyler Perry. Oh, that was good. That was very good. I'll go to my community page, see what I can find. Everything's true crime. Ugh. Nothing is ever something else. Try to find something that's not true crime. Nothing. Everything I share is murder. This is terrible. Probably not. No, she's probably not. Yes, Beyonce. I've been seeing a clip in the queue where Lil Mama was trying to get on the stage with Jay-Z and Beyonce was trying to stop her. And they said, oh, it looked like it's something personal going on. Probably was. Who the hell knows? No, ASD, I don't think she's remorseful. Okay, let's talk about, y'all want to talk about Gypsy Rose? Will it work with Ken Urker? Will it work with Kim Urker? Let's ask. Gypsy Rose. See if there's anything new about her. Say yes, this one. Oh, you're going to love this. Ding, 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 ding. Must have been meant for me to bring her name up. Uh-oh. Y'all get ready. E-News is the source.
So I'm discovering things about myself. I'm like, I'm a freak.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard is getting candid about how she experimented with her sexuality in prison. The 32-year-old who served 7 years behind bars for the 2015 murder of her mom, Claudine D.D. Blanchard, said that she learned a lot about her sexuality during her incarceration. She shares this on the June 10th episode of Lifetime's Gypsy Rose Life After Lockup.
A big part of womanhood is learning to be comfortable with their sexuality. And for years I wasn't.
Gypsy admits that she spent a large part of her life questioning her sexuality, adding that she was attracted to girls during her teenage years, but rarely got a chance to act on those feelings until after being locked up.
For a long time, I actually kind of questioned my own sexuality, because as a teenager or a preteen, I felt that I was attracted to girls, and I got to experiment with that in prison. I think I've kissed more girls than I have guys.
However, Gypsy explains that rules in prison prevented her from having much of a sex drive behind bars, and it wasn't until after she was released in December that she started leaning into her sensuality.
I had such big fears that I was like, oh, I'm just not going to like sex. I feel like I don't have a sex drive. There is a rule against masturbation in prison. Not only do you have the risk of if you get caught masturbating.
Wait. Oh, Lord. They got a rule you can't masturbate in prison, huh? Ooh. Okay, I'm dead. You can't masturbate in prison. Who says you can't touch yourself? I can see they don't want you touching the other inmates, but you can't touch yourself. So I guess they feel like, well, you'll have to relieve yourself, so you'll moan, groan. That may attract attention, and that will lead somebody else to get turned on, and now they might want to come over, touch a little bit. Lord, I'm dead, Satan.
For me, I can go 6 months and just be fine. And I'm like, what happens if I'm not a sexual being? And so I'm discovering things about myself. I'm like, I'm a freak.
Elsewhere in the episode, Gypsy credits her now estranged husband, Ryan Anderson, for helping her feel comfortable in her own skin, especially during sex.
I'm self-conscious because I have scars all over my body. And I've had a lot of surgeries that were unnecessary. And so I'm like, am I going to be what he wants me to be? Am I attractive to him? And even to the point that I'm like, don't even look at me down there, don't. Because and he's like, it's okay.
TikTok.
Gypsy Rose Life After Lockup airs Mondays at 9/8 Central on Lifetime.
Well, I'm going to share that to my community page. Wow. So now she's telling all her business. So she's like, well, I didn't think I'd be a sexual person. Well, let you tell it when you got with Ryan. It was good. Some of us were probably looking like, I don't know if I see that, but, you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover. Damn. So the sex was so good with Ryan, but now you're with Kid. Now you're telling us you experimented with sex in prison. You're not supposed to masturbate. You also tell us, help me, I'm drowning. I'm losing my train of thought. What the hell was I going to say? I don't know what I was trying to say. I can't think. Damn. What the hell was I going to say? Somebody in the chat said some people on TikTok had something to say about her messing around with her. See, you can't do nothing. Somebody's going to always talk. You mess with a woman, a man, a billy goat, the hell the goat might tell. You understand what I'm saying? People don't keep secrets, especially with social media. We learn this with men who go to prison. And they go in there turning tricks in jail, prison. Oh, somebody coming out telling that. Oh, yeah, he do that. He walking around. You wouldn't believe the stories Queen heard over the years of certain guys out here that they was in there wearing skirts and shit, lipstick. I said, man, y'all ought to be ashamed of y'allself. But guess what? That same man is out here sleeping with women, having sex with women, making children with women. There you have it. So is she bisexual or she just experimented but prefers men? Said she was attracted to women as a teen. That's what I meant to say. That's what I forgot to say. She noticed she was attracted to girls as a teenager. That's interesting considering she didn't have a life as a teenager under Dee Dee's guise. But she said she was attracted to girls as a teen. Is that true? Somebody else in the chat is saying she's doing this for attention. Is she doing it for attention? Thank you, SJ. I'll put that on a poll. Somebody else in the chat, Luna, says maybe she did it for safety. I'll be with a woman so I don't get beat up. But damn, do you want women running up to you, touching you, and being inappropriate just to stay safe? Because I get it. Nobody wants to be fighting in prison. But do you really want to be just having sex with girls, women, as not for somebody to bother you? Ooh, I don't. Shut your mouth. Damn, Gypsy Rose, you just got too much going on. Does she love Ken Urker? Weigh in. Does she love him? Is she still in love with Ryan? Let Ryan tell it. There's still emotions there. I brought you that information the other day. Or is he delusional? Or is she stringing him along? He says they still talk, but he hasn't seen her. Where is she now? Where is she living? Louisiana? Is she and Ken in an apartment house together? She should have some money from that documentary. What's the truth? Parents, are they using her for payday, cash out? Cash out. Are her parents using her? Stay woke. Well, she also gets things like food, whatever, if she has girlfriends. Yep, that's a good point. I don't think she was ever in love with that guy, okay? She loves herself, says Beverly, okay? She don't know love. Okay, so most of you are saying what? She doesn't know love. Well, how are you gonna learn what love is? And you were abused by your mother. You planned her death. You had to survive in prison, so you still learn how to grift and grind in there. She doesn't know what love is. I think most of us don't know what love is, whether we had a traumatic childhood or not. You have to be taught to know what love is, don't you think? You have to have decent people rearing you who are loving creatures. They don't differentiate on the love. They don't love this person but hate this person. You know, parents who love all their children, they don't have preferential treatment. That's not a parent that can teach you love. You like this son, but you don't like this daughter. That mother can't teach you love. The father was never in your life, but he's got 16 kids. He can't teach you love. So you have to learn it on your own. If you ever find out, say. They got uploads pertaining to life after lockup, where she felt controlled by him. Let's hear what they have to say. But they're not together now. Luna, you're probably a pretty girl. They like them pretty girls.
I would love for you to have the dog when I'm at work.
I don't see any issues.
It's a lot of responsibility.
I mean, I don't see any issues. I stay at home while you're at work. It's not like I'm going to a 9 to 5 and leaving the puppy by itself. I'm going to be here at the apartment by myself. So.
And you want a puppy?
Mm-hmm.
You want to start from the ground up?
Yeah.
What do you want to name it?
Oh, we haven't even picked one out, let alone ready for a name.
True. I say we call it hormonal.
I'm not hormonal. I'm just a woman.
Okay, well, let's call it a woman.
No.
Okay. Because at an apartment, baby, you have to take them for walks. You have to pick up their pee. You have to pick up their poop and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I'm not an idiot. I know how to care for a dog.
I didn't say you were an idiot. Maybe I didn't say you were an idiot. I didn't call you an idiot, baby.
Why are you treating me like one?
I'm not. I'm not.
That's the kind of that you tell a child. It's a lot of responsibility, you know.
Baby, you're going to be great with a dog. I'm all for it. Well, I think you can do great
I've
with it.
had animals before.
I know.
Just please don't treat me like I'm a child. Like you don't know what I'm doing. I know a dog is a lot of responsibility. I'll walk it, I'll feed it, I'll do everything.
Luna quit.
I think a lot of people, they have this perception of me that just because I have not experienced something, that attributes to being childlike. And for me, it's not. My mother used to treat me like a child, and she wanted me to be a child. I'm not stupid. You don't have to talk to me like I'm stupid. It irritates me.
I never treat you like an idiot. I never have. You know, I get mad when people treat you like that.
I know, and you were starting to act like them.
I'm walking a thin line with Gypsy. Like, I want her to live her life, and I don't want to be a controlling husband, and I'm not. But it's one of those things that if I say something that a normal husband would say, then I'm like controlling her, and I'm like her mother, and it's like, whoa, that's not fair. Any little thing could be a trigger. I got things in my past that trigger me. You know, like I don't like being abandoned. I like knowing that people are there for me. You know, I get where she comes from. How are you not cold? I'm over here freezing my off.
Because I'm mad.
I apologize if you think I was treating you like a kid, because I'm not needed to.
Thank you. But we haven't had major conflict, but in the little tips that we've had, I'm pretty open about what I'm mad about. I don't want to be controlled. I push back 10 times harder if I feel like I'm being controlled. I didn't back then with my mom. And there was so many times that I could have, but I was so scared. Now, bring it.
Oh,
yeah. I got that confidence now.
My bad, baby. Nobody ever said this was going to be easy. You know, I love her unconditionally, and, you know, I'm just happy to be along for the ride. No matter what me and Gypsy go through, we will always come together in the end.
Very good point. We learn what we live. See, she's been controlled. So I get that. She doesn't want to be controlled. She's lived that life already. So I get that. But what she has to understand, too, a person has an opinion. They can ask questions. If you feel offended by the questions, then you just say, hey, you know, what are you insinuating? Or are you insinuating I'm not responsible? I just don't think a person coming out of prison should get nothing. You need to live on your own, have your own, and then you decide several months down the road if you want a turtle, a dog, a cat. But coming out, you need to have just yourself because you haven't been with yourself. Doesn't matter if you like cats or dogs or you had a cat or dog at 7. That's not the same as 30-something years of age. You need to have your own space. Enjoy your own space, your own free time. And then you say, I think I want a cat. I think I want a dog. Because when she was sitting there, the whole time he was talking, she was on her phone. So that was telling me something there. Were you ignoring him? You were mad at what he was saying? You were in your phone? He probably felt alienated while you're on your phone. So is this the type of behavior you think is needed for a dog? A cat? Just saying. People make terrible decisions when they are worked up and their adrenaline is going. Anger makes this way worse. Your brain is cloudy and not focused enough to win. I agree. That's why a lot of people are in trouble. Because they probably were upset, pissed off. That's what leads to problems. Jail, prison, because you popped off. Got mad, got a gun, got a knife, got a bat, said ugly things. Because something was said to her by Ryan, and she got mad and she left, and she never returned. And he said he triggered her. So I believe he said something about her past. Because what would trigger you the most? Just getting out of penitentiary for conspiracy to murder. Probably what you did in there. What you did to get in there. He probably said, you're going to be like Dee Dee. You're just like Dee Dee. You're manipulative. You're this. Don't know what they were arguing about, discussing. But he said something to offend her. And I bet you it's about Dee Dee. That's why she left. She's never returned. But what she needs to understand, it will happen again with Ken. Ken will have disagreements. Ken will see things in her he don't like. He will also say things she won't agree with. What you going to do with him? Going to run off? Set up house with him? Then get mad? Run back to your parents? That shit's going to get old. And the parents are going to have to tell her, you can't keep running back here. Every time you have a disagreement with your husband, your boyfriend, you're going to have to work it out. Because that's what we're supposed to do is work it out. Not run off, slam doors, run outside, stay gone for days. You work it out. You care about the person, you work it out. Because that's the worst person you can have is a runner. They don't like confrontation. They don't want to be told what they shouldn't do, or you're calling things out you see that's not right, and then they want to take off and run down the street, jump in a car. You'll never have a life with a person if you run off. You suck it up and you listen, even if you don't agree, and then you let the person speak, and then you tell them after they've said what they've had to say, hey, I don't agree with you. I'm not that person. Speak up. Yeah, fight or flight. She's going to be a flighter because she doesn't know how to cope. That's why she hired somebody to kill her mother. She could have ran away. She ran away to that comic convention. So if you can sneak out the house and meet a boy for that, You could have snuck out and called somebody to say, hey, my mother's been using me, lying. There's nothing wrong with me. I can walk. I'm well. There's nothing wrong with me. She didn't choose to do that. All right, Gypsy Rose. Let's talk about this here. One of my shorts.
Transgender swimmer Leah Thomas loses challenge barring her from elite women's swimming races. That also means she cannot compete in any races pertaining to women in the Olympics of 2024. Leah, you're not a woman. Stop this nonsense. Transgender swimmer Leah Thomas loses challenge barring her from elite women's swimming races. That also means she cannot compete in any races pertaining to women in the Olympics of 2024. Leah, you're not a woman.
Leah Thomas, transgender, competing in individual swimming competitions, but she has been denied to swim in women's aquatics and also to swim in the United States Olympics. Do you agree or disagree? That will also be a poll. Give me time to put them up. What I have to say to her is this, him, you are not a woman. Why should you compete against women in aquatics? Doesn't matter what the sport is. Soccer, volleyball, basketball. You are a full-blooded man. Hell no. I said that. Hell no. Hell no. No. Wolf says more muscle. Indeed. She appealed it. Denied. Some people will say you're brazen. Why are you appealing something that you know is not right? Doesn't matter that you claim to be a woman or you got a sex change. You're still not a woman. And that's my personal feelings about the transgender situation. No matter what you're trying to do. Walk on the moon, be an astronaut, walk the tightrope, compete in swimming competitions, you are still a boy. You are still a boy. Anybody want to hit the panel to give their opinion? Luna's not about the sports, sweetheart. Sports of the opposite sex is where I have the problem. Well, that's what I'm saying. She was competing in individual swimming. That was best, individually competition, but not a woman's aquatics. You're not a woman. And it's not to say that a woman swimmer couldn't beat him, however you want to pronoun. But that's not the point. You're not biologically a woman. So you don't need to be competing in women's aquatics. That's my opinion. Okay. Beverly says DNA will never change. It won't. And I brought you content recently of people who've gotten the surgery, men preferably, changing to a woman, and they were unhappy because you don't know the side effects of being operated on and getting your woo-ha snipped and dipped and sliced into two. There are ramifications for that. You're thinking you're going to be able to use the bathroom properly, that you're going to have sexual desires and urges. Well, you can't get an urge because you've messed with your natural anatomy. It's common sense. You've messed with what is naturally yours and you've reconstructed it. And now you think, oh, it's going to behave like a vagina. It can't behave like a vagina because you're not originally a female. So you can't have, secretions as a woman because you're not a woman. Come on. Stop this nonsense. Sweet Tea. Oh, Lord. Sweet Tea said, dilate, I'm dead. Sweet Tea, we don't want to know. Shut your mouth. Not living. I forgot what I said there. Autocorrect, Chase. But we're just speaking facts. It really doesn't matter if you agree with homosexuality, whatever. It's really not the point. You're trying to reconstruct what isn't natural. It has nothing to do with whether you like a gay, a transgender. It's common sense. You're expecting your anatomy to work as the opposite sex when it wasn't designed to operate. You can't. I'm getting tongue-tied. Help me. Oh, shit. SJ, thank you. Help me. You want this organ to act like it's supposed to act like a female. It can't because it ain't. Damn. It's a boy. And you're sitting here letting somebody cut on you and reconstruct your penis. Jeez, think about what you're doing to yourself. You can't get that back. And I've played you content. Please go to YouTube Q when you get bored and listen to a transgendered person's story who wants to go back as a man. You can't. The surgeon has cut your penis in two and your sac to make a vagina. And now you want the vagina, this new vagina, to operate like a natural vagina. It cannot because it was never a vagina. I'm talking in another language. Oh, Jesus. Well, I don't care what you do with your body. Let me make that clear during this live stream. I don't care what you do with your body. You want to look like a billy goat down there. You want to look like a man, a woman, whatever the doctor can do for you. I'm not one to be saying, oh, you shouldn't do this. Hey, knock yourself out. But don't complain later. That's what I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear you complaining about your JJ or your other. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Okay? I don't want to hear it. Because you're not thinking of the seriousness of having someone cut your body parts. I don't care what surgery you get right now. There's a propensity that there will be numbness in that place. Trust me, Queen knows. Queen's had thyroid, breast, underarm surgery. No feeling. No feeling in these places. Okay? So you go cut your woo-ha, your JJ, trying to mimic the opposite sex. You have to know the ramifications. That it may not work to your specifications or let's say your expectations. So if a person wants to cut on their private part, that is his or her choice. That's something I'm never going to argue with a person about. You do what you want. All I'm saying is don't complain about it afterwards when it's not working to your expectations. Patty says what God gave you. Sweet Tea says it's really sad. What's going on up in here? And someone say it's disrespectful for him to want to compete. You know you're not a woman. Why you want to compete in women's sports? You know you're a guy. Just saying. Just saying.
This dad.
Sorry. Going through my shorts.
The day has finally arrived. Sarah Boone will go to trial October 7th, 2024 for zipping her boyfriend up in a suitcase, and he later died. No more shenanigans for this cookie. The day.
Sarah Boone's going to court this fall. Weigh in. Zipped the boyfriend up in a suitcase down in Florida. She's been bickering for years with all these attorneys, and I guess the judge has said no more nonsense. You're going to court, Cookie. You're going to trial. Amen. Thank you, Judge. I'm glad. Get this nonsense over with. Was she guilty of locking up the boyfriend in the suitcase? Yes or no? Can't pop it out, SJ. Yes, we talked about that on this network as well. Castrating offenders. Cutting off the sack. What say you to chat? Jesus, well. Just going through all my breaking news stories. This is an open discussion pertaining to different subject matters. No particular subject matter is the topic.
Susan Smith unalived both of her boy children in October 1994 by leaving them inside of her car, which rolled down into a lake. She comes up for parole November 4th, 2024. Should she be granted parole? Weigh in. Susan Smith unalived both of her boy children in October 1994 by leaving them inside of her car, which rolled down into a lake. She comes up for parole November 4th, 2024. Should she be granted?
Susan Smith. Next subject. Should Susan Smith be granted parole? Weigh in. Take the poll on my community page. Thank you. What's the problem? She knew what she was doing. Lorena Bobbitt. We'll talk about Lorena Bobbitt too. I shouldn't laugh. That's not funny. But I'm laughing. No, you can't. You can never get a period. And you can never be pregnant and have a baby naturally. Of course not. Because you're not a woman. That's the whole point of why it's not good idea to get the surgery. Your body is built as a man. The man does not have fallopian tubes to carry the egg. So why would you think it's okay to have someone cut you up and to slice you up to mimic a female? You will not get that sensation as a woman. Because I'm sure my sensation, you as a woman as well, it's not the same as the sensation of a man when he gets aroused. We can't say they're the same because I'm not a man. So I can't say, oh yeah, well, how I feel is similar to a guy. How can I say that I'm not a guy? No way. Susan Smith. Should she get parole this fall, November, winter? Pushing her children down the lake inside of her car and blamed a black man for kidnapping her children. Weigh in, Susan Smith. Should she be paroled, Susan Smith? Weigh in, everybody. Just going through my cues of breaking news. Lord have mercy.
A skull was retrieved from the St. Bayou waters with a key and padlock and dumbbell attached to it. Guns were also discovered. Who is the victim? Who is the perpetrator? And where are the other body parts?
Louisiana. Skull with a padlock. Who's that person? Said I wasn't going to talk about true crime, but I couldn't see what the video was. Excuse me. Found in the waters. Lord have mercy. More Gypsy Rose. I got a lot of Gypsy Rose shorts.
Daniel Arwood, 38, charged with first-degree murder of his boss, 29-year-old Aaron Russell. He had been sleeping in a room and using it as a residence. On the date of the homicide, he was supposed to have vacated the premises. Daniel Arwood, 38, charged with first-degree murder of his boss, 29-year-old Aaron Russell. He had been sleeping in a room and using it as a residence. On the date of the homicide, he was supposed to have vacated the premises.
So this guy, a white guy here in Knoxville, months ago, shot his boss with a 12-gauge shotgun because obviously they let him go. He was let go for sleeping in a day room and using it as a home residence. So the day that he was supposed to vacate the premises, which was on a Monday, he shot his boss, African-American man, 29-year-old male. Weigh in. Good night, Luna. Have a good weekend as well, sweetheart. Please check out my content on Summer Wells. I've already done two lives this week pertaining to Summer Wells. We'll not be going live tomorrow. Lots of stuff to talk about. I'm not going to stay here much longer, but just bringing you breaking news. We're just chopping it up, various topics, breaking it down. I'll do one more, then I'm going to check out of here. Hold on. Let's talk about this airline business. Imagine not getting your baggage from the airport and you track your iPad or device to a home in Florida. And on Discovery, police reporters go there and see a lot of luggage. So this guy who worked at a store in the airport has been stealing your luggage, stealing passengers' luggage. How did he get out of the airport with the luggage? Now, a few people commented on that video saying, oh, it's easy to walk out with somebody else's luggage. Yeah, at the luggage turnstile. But I'm talking about a person who is working as an employee in a store. How are you going over to where luggage is sitting to get it, taking it to the store, rummage through it in the back, and then also exit out of the store with the luggage? Explain that to the queen. Make me understand how that's possible. Go to the house. Outside is nothing but suitcases belonging to random people whose luggage has been stolen by this male, black male. I think he's an islander, Jamaican or Haitian or something. What shall his punishment be for stealing these suitcases from the airport? They're working together. Who's he working with? Because what you have to tell yourself, if he's working with somebody else in the airport, he doesn't have to tell them what he found in the luggage. He can lie and say, oh, there was nothing in there. There's nothing valuable. He's stolen laptops, computers, jewelry, all of that. This is why you do not carry anything valuable in your suitcase. That's my warning to you all. You are traveling wherever in an airport. Do not put laptops, computers, phones, nothing of value in your luggage. Don't put your real jewelry in there. Don't. And if you're going to a metropolitan city where you know there's high crime, there's no need of you taking real jewelry any damn way. Wear costume jewelry on your vacation trip. You're going to carry an iPad, a laptop, carry it in a carry-on bag that is small enough to put in the overhead compartment or in your lap. You do not want that in check-in luggage. As you heard, this mess in Fort Lauderdale with the Spirit airline, it's a Floridian airline. They reimbursed the young lady who tracked her suitcase, iPad or whatever, but the point still remains. This guy worked in the airport in a store, parody store. So you have to ask yourself, how was he able to get out of this airport with all of these people's luggages? You went into work without a suitcase. Stay woke. So what are you doing walking out of a store with a suitcase? Nobody noticed him walking out with a suitcase. Hey, Bob, where'd you get that suitcase? You're working in a store. You're not even working in the actual airport with luggage. So you mean to tell me the store you work in, nobody's noticing this? So this leads me to believe perhaps he was the manager of a store. Manager or assistant manager. Because how is he walking out with a suitcase? And security in the airport should be noticing this. Hey, this guy keeps coming in the airport empty-handed, but he's leaving out with suitcases. But yet he works in a store. He doesn't work with luggage per se. Make it make sense. Was the store right across the aisle from where people sat their luggage to be checked in? This is bad. And Spirit, you are liable. That's the protocol. You are liable for anybody messing with your passenger's luggage on the plane or it in transition to be stored under the plane. Yeah, always carry your valuables on you. Do not pack valuables in your suitcase. Do not do that. That's my commentary for this evening. Thank you for following this network. I've enjoyed talking to you all this brief live stream. Prayers for Summer Wells. Prayers for Sebastian Rogers. Naturally, there's still a lot of rhetoric pertaining to both cases, but I've chosen to take the high road and get off the damn train. I want to keep talking about missing children. I don't want to be a part of that vile community that just makes up stuff and pass lies and stories 24 hours a day. That's not what my network is about. I didn't come to this network with true crime. I talk about various things. And that's what I built this channel on. Various topics. Summer Wells. Today marks 3 years that a girl child was reported missing out of Rogersville, Tennessee. Where is she? Who holds the key? Please check out my live from yesterday pertaining to Summer Wells. And any updates on the other situation, I don't know anything about, and I don't want to imbibe because it's nothing but lies and foolishness with the other case in Middle Tennessee. Unless there's a viable update, I'll bring you that said information. But it's time to move on and talk about other subject matters of consequence. Oh, you're welcome, sweetheart. Thank you, SJ. Thank you, Esty. Thank you. Thank you, Wiz. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you, Wolf. God bless all of you. Have a wonderful weekend. And if you'd like to donate to this great network, $Big Angie, 129. Cash App, stickers and chats are always welcome during the live stream. I will be uploading some shorts tomorrow, so feel free to go on the YouTube queue to take the polls pertaining to the content from tonight, and also from the shorts that I'm going to upload pertaining to, I have an itemized list of things I want to do shorts on, and they will be in the queue tomorrow. So feel free to check out those 15-second shorts. You all have a wonderful weekend. God bless you. Please stay cool, hydrated, drink lots of water, put on your suntan lotion. If you're going to be out running around or lying in the sun, keep your skin hydrated. Keep your skin covered. Wear your sun hats, baseball caps, visors, as not to have repercussions from the sun and the heat. Please, please stay hydrated if you're going to be running around this weekend. It's going to be very warm here in East Tennessee tomorrow. I don't plan on being in it because me and the heat, we don't work well together. And as you can see, I already got a suntan. So there you have it. I will talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful weekend. You too. God bless all of you. You've been listening to the Vault XL. Thank you.